Am I the only one that before this game even came out, there was just rumors that the game was bad? Not sure where I heard the rumors from, but it's driving me crazy. Anybody else hear this? No, Nick. Just you fucking spoon. Anyways, when I first saw Stray, I didn't have any intention of playing it. Then the early reviews came out, and the idea of playing as a cat did start to really grow on me. It probably helped that I recently just got a kitten. I don't know if I'm a full-on cat person yet, but I'm getting there. Stray's story is not as straightforward as you would expect. So for this part here, I will be going off what I genuinely took away from the story, but I could be wrong about some aspects. Stray takes place in the future in a cyberpunk-esque world where all human life ceases to exist. From my understanding, it's essentially a future where a COVID-like pandemic wins. In a last-ditch effort, the final city built walls around itself, hopefully protecting them from whatever killed the rest of the human race, but also trapping themselves in with no escape. But after all their efforts, it didn't work. Eventually, all human life ceased to exist inside the walls as well. You begin the game outside the walls as a stray. The cat you play as is never given a name, but I like the idea that we could name the cat ourselves, so from here on, I'll be calling the cat Ratchet. After exploring and having a jolly good time with your cat buddies, you reach a loose pipe which gives way to your fat ass. Ratchet then falls into the depths of hell. It's all good though, you have 8 lives left. Ha! You get it? Cats have 9 lives. Once you respawn in a daze, you find yourself lost and alone. You make your way through this unknown territory until the game decides to tell you where you are. Dead City. Very creative name. Seems whoever named the place didn't have much hope for the place. After a little exploration of the Dead City, you find a dead robot. Then, get attacked by headcrabs. After escaping the headcrabs, you pause the game and then check the genre. The genre it's in doesn't explain what you just encountered, so you move on. You find a laboratory and awake sentient AI that was casually stored in a box on a bookshelf. He tells you his name is B12, but let's just call him Clank. He also tells us that he was helping the human scientists that owned this laboratory, but that's all he remembers. It seems Clank has lost his memory. Later, we make it to the slums section of the city, encountering a human-like robot who gets us confused with those headcrabs we encountered before. Once the confusion is settled, we meet the leader of the slums. We tell him we are trying to get out of this city. He then directs us to a group called the Outsiders, who also wish to achieve this same goal. We meet with one of the Outsiders. His name is Momo. We skip forward a little bit and are able to escape the slums via the sewers. The sewers, though, is known for being the most dangerous area in the city. Once separated by Momo, we find out why. Once again, we paused the fucking game to make sure we are not playing Resident Evil 9 and are instead playing Stray. Cause what the shit is this? This is not Stray, this is horror game shit. What the hell is that? We make it out of the sewers and reach Ant Village and make the biggest discovery of the game. Clank gains back some of his memories and realizes that the human he thought he was helping in the laboratory is actually him. Meaning, to our knowledge, he is the last human being in existence. Clank didn't take this too well, as he also recollects that he had a family that is now most definitely gone. After climbing through Ant Village, we reach Midtown, where you're looking for a robot named Clementine. And so are the Sentinels, which are the police of this universe, essentially. We find Clementine hiding out in her own house. Clementine tells us we will need an atomic battery to power the railway to escape Dead City. The battery is powering the nearby factory owned by Nico Corporation. Once infiltrating the factory with the help of another robot named Blazer, we get the battery and meet with the rest of the crew at a nightclub. Blazer betrays us and we are chucked into prison. Whilst Ratchet spins back and forth in his prison cell, I'll use this time to explain the headcrabs we see throughout the game. Nico Corporation made the Zerks, which is what the robots call them. They were initially made as a way of getting rid of rubbish because in a boxed off city, They had nowhere to store it. But these Zerks ended up mutating and becoming this sort of sentient hive mind, eating anything they can get their hands on. Once escaping via a car, we are chased by the Sentinels again until Clementine makes the ultimate sacrifice, luring them the other way. We can sadly presume she was captured again, having her memory completely wiped, becoming a mindless corpse. Rest in peace, Clementine. Never mind, she's actually alive for some reason, and yeah, she's apparently been running for the last 40 minutes away from the guys. Also, they just die for some reason here when the lights go on them. Not sure why, but okay. The railway leads us to a very clean, nice railway station. After a thorough investigation of the new mysterious area, we find ourselves in the room that controls the entirety of the Dead City, giving us a way out. But to open the doors to freedom, we must use B12 to disengage the locks, holding the doors closed. After disengaging the locks, B12 isn't looking too well. He then confesses to us that the only way to open the doors was to sacrifice himself. For the robots to be free, hell, the planet to be free, we must sacrifice the last human in existence. Well done, Blue 12 Studio. Stray is the definition of gameplay that feels really loose and freeing, but really is some of the most constricted in its genre. If you want to jump onto that table or that rail, you must jump into an animation to do it. It doesn't give you that accessibility to try jump onto it for yourself, like other games. There's no maybe I can do it. It's either yes, the game will show me an input to tell me I can, or just no. Even when you're walking across a beam, it's not, oh, I might fall if I'm not careful. It's no, you won't fall. This isn't necessarily a bad thing because the way it is executed is superb. I think making your game this way and then making it feel this good is a massive achievement. I mean, look at the reviews. People obviously like the game. For me, I found myself going into the game enjoying the first half thoroughly. The collectathon segment in the slums felt amazing. There was just so much to do in such a small area. Every encounter with the Zerks is where the game shines though. But once you reach the final encounter of the Zerks, the developers feel they need to change up the formula in an already short game, essentially removing the Zerks from the game and replacing them with the worst parts of Spider-Man. Even when exploring Midtown, for example, although it's pretty, it's completely and utterly empty besides the main story, unlike the slums. It feels like the second half of this game was really rushed, but maybe I'm wrong. This is a really quick 100%, but definitely not a bad one by any means. Only trophies even worth mentioning here are Can't Catch Me and I Am Speed. I couldn't tell you why, but I really struggled with Can't Catch Me. All it requires from you is to get through the first Zerk encounter without being grabbed. Well, we did well. There we go. There we go. That was close. Ooh. Oh! Oh, God. What? What? The guy didn't even jump. Oh, this stupid. This is so hard. How am I supposed to do this shit, man? Whoever made this trophy needs to die. Why? Please, be kind, game. No, be kind. No! Okay, that's the strat for that side. Oh. I don't know what the strat for here is. We just go with the flow. No idea what the strat is here. Okay, we ran straight through. Easy clap. That's the strat. Oh, no. Okay. No, what do I do there? Fuck me. Oh, okay. Okay, game. I see how it is. Yeah, fair enough, fuck you. Oh, okay. That's a bit hard. Oh, that corner, okay, beautiful. That corner again. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we did it. Whew. That's a pretty hard. That was a fucking sick trophy. I rate that trophy. That was actually hard. I actually will say that was hard. I'm gonna say it. I'm Speed asks you to finish the game in under 2 hours. I managed to finish it in around 1 hour 46 minutes on my first attempt, and I died more times on this run rushing through than my first, so it shouldn't be too hard as long as you know where you're going. It really does feel good to control the cat, even if it is constricting. I would have wanted more of the Zerks, but it probably might be my horror fanatic side talking when it comes to that. The story is good, even if some scenes that are meant to be emotional are kinda butchered by the delivery. The ideas are still there nonetheless. Once I saw Ratchet take his final steps up the stairs and the credits rolled, I felt fulfilled and wanted more. Stray is the best cat game ever made, makes me really feel like a cat.